Mark, we saw a lot of this prosecutor and the back and forth between them. You were scoffing at his tactics.
If I wanted to teach a class tomorrow on trial advocacy and how not to cross-examine, I would just have them sit and watch this guy.
Why?
This guy is a clown. What he's doing, I mean, I'm not in there in the courtroom to watch the jury react, but what has happened here is, I think, a shift in the trial. I think whatever chance they had of getting the death penalty, if they keep this prosecutor on for another day or so, he's going to turn off everybody on that jury. Why is he so over the top? I mean, the stuff yesterday, I thought, okay, the first day you're up there, you're going to start talking about subpoenaing God and whether she thinks he can subpoena God. Today, she got the best of him on at least 7 different occasions that I watched.
But by saying your anger,
your posture and everything else. Jurors, I'm going to tell you something, having done, a couple of jury trials in my lifetime, jurors are not going to like or embrace what this guy is doing. I think it's ridiculous.
I can't speak for the jury, but a certain degree of moral indignation is very much in keeping with the prosecutor's role.
Wait, but we're not talking about lack of passion or lack of moral indignation. I'm all for that. This guy, I don't know him. He might be a very nice husband and father, but so far in a courtroom, he's a buffoon. I mean, I've watched him, and I hate to say it, and I hate to criticize somebody from 2,000 miles away, but what he is doing as a cross-examination is boilerplate, what you should never do.
But because he's too demonstrative, because he's belittling of her?
He's belittling of her in ways that are goofy, I think, in a sense. And
will make the jury sympathetic.
Yeah, and I just don't think he needs to be. But this idea of kind of this over-the-top, exaggerated mocking of her, I think just isn't going to play well. I don't care what anybody is going to say. This is not a defense team that is saying we're going to walk her as self-defense. I mean, that's the vehicle that they're getting all of this information in. But they're looking to save her life.
The fact that Arias remembers a lot of details, but then, from her past, but then mysteriously can't remember anything about the brutal attack. Does that pose a problem for the defense?
No.
Yes.
Well,
wait a minute, you don't think? I mean,
well,
of course
I'll
it
tell
does.
you why.
It's
Because the
ridiculous.
way he was asking it, did you see even in your package right there, and that didn't even, I think, adequately embrace everything that happened today? You can't even follow the logic of what this guy's doing. I mean, there are so many inconsistencies, but the way he's getting into it is ridiculous. I just think somebody needs to just pull him aside and tell him to sit down. He is not helping the prosecution.
So where does this go from? I mean, how long could she be on the stand for?
I mean, I guess she could be on till the end of the week. I mean, given how long she testified on direct,
right?
She was 10 days on direct, which to me is just absurd. And it was discussed yesterday. That's because it's a death penalty case. The judge gave her lawyer enormous discretion to let her testify basically about anything she wanted. But having done that, the judge has to give the prosecutor discretion to cross-examine for a similarly long time. I think the prosecutor may think he probably should think it's the better part of trial strategy to just sit down and not go on for more days.
Do you think you think
No, I don't think this guy has any clue. I really don't. I think this guy is just going to keep going, and he is the Energizer Bunny of prosecutors, and he doesn't get it. I don't think he's winning himself any points whatsoever.